What's up, everybody? A real, raw, honest vlog coming your way right now. First of all, super raw. I'm gonna call this raw. I just got out of the shower. Hashtag no makeup. And my hair has like these clips in them because, okay, first of all, my hair part's that direction, but if I let it dry that direction, it's really flat. So you want it to dry the other direction so it gives it a little bit of volume, but I have these baby hairs in the front, like in the corners here. So if those dry this direction, they will stay that direction. So that's why I have two clips, because I pulled the baby hairs from the front under and tight and clipped, and then I pulled this over and I just kind of clipped it over just so it can stay like this. Super lame, I know. What's up, guys? Aren't I pretty? It's what's on the inside that counts, guys, that matters. Anyways, just a heartfelt vlog, I guess, for you guys today. To be honest, let's see, Rick and I just got out of a big fight. If you guys have been following me for a while, I vlogged it when I was in the heat of it last time. So I didn't shed a tear at this one because it was kind of about the same situation, and I was, me personally, fed up. I want to preface that I love Rick to death. This is not, it's normal. This happens, you fight, you argue. Having a kid really puts pressure and strain on your marriage, your relationship. Like, man, my heart goes out to those couples that don't have the solid foundation that Rick and I do. I'm not bragging by any means. I'm only saying that I'm confident in and I know that Rick and I, our love is so strong and true, and we're so honest with each other, and we just love each other to the fullest. And I'm so thankful for that. I'm so grateful. Like, I kid you not, like Rick is who I've been praying for ever since I was a little girl, and the Lord answered my prayers. I kept on hardcore all my life, and he delivered. The Lord brought Rick to my doorstep, if you will. Anyway, so we had a fight because, you know, when you introduce a kid into the mix, responsibilities have to shift, because new ones are being brought in that were never there before, that never needed to exist. There are things that we're both taking on that we haven't had to in the past, and adjusting to that is easier said than done. It sounds like it's easy and logical when you just think about it, but it's not. I don't know, Rick and I are such passionate people that if someone comes off somewhat snarky, it really hurts our feelings. And we just kind of spiraled. We started just, I think, you know, one thing leads to the next, where, you know, maybe I was so busy and immersed with my YouTubing or something. I mean, it just takes one thing to upset someone. The biggest yin and yang factor for Rick and I is that I'm very vocal, as you guys have come to find and know of me. I speak my mind. And sometimes that's to a detriment. That I've had to learn to slow down before I speak. I'm still guilty of it, but Rick is over here making lots of noise. You fart nugget. Do it.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, Rick Mulambry. Bye, sexiest husband in the world.
I love you.
What was I saying?
Yin and yang.
Yin and yang, thanks, babe. When you're with someone nonstop, whether it be a best friend, a lover, family, you start wearing on each other in that, I mean, you know each other to the teeniest little bit, right? You know what makes them tick, you know the good, the bad. Whereas maybe a friend you see only occasionally sees just the fun, good stuff, because that's all, I mean, you're getting together to have fun. Why would it be bad, really, for the most part? Anyway, so when you're that close, odds of things going bad go up. So obviously Rick and I, you know, being married, and with each other 24/7, that It's like, I'm gonna get annoyed with something, he's gonna get annoyed with something. And so the yin and yang that I'm speaking of is that my whole thing is speak about it, talk about it, communicate about it. And Rick's is, he doesn't want to bring it up. He doesn't want to have a conversation about it. He wants to see it as, okay, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, I'm gonna let that go. When you're with someone 24/7 in this way, you can't let everything go. It will only eat you alive. So the other side of it is that I'm constantly telling him things and saying things. It's that whole factor about people saying, oh, you're nagging, yada da. But I feel like nagging comes with a tone. And I have always tried to communicate feelings, you know, lovingly. And we could go on a roll with that. We'll be fine and we're awesome. We're communicating amazingly. And then I don't know, something will happen where one of us will get annoyed with something and we don't speak up about it. And I'm guilty of that too, because I try not to bring certain things up. You know, it's that whole pick your battles. Though I feel like every battle is worth fighting. So it's not really that, I guess, for me. It's just more like, that was a one-time thing, it won't happen again. I don't need to bring it up. And so what happens is it will happen again. And then, unfortunately, I am upset even more about it because it happened again. I never brought it up in the first place, but Rick didn't know that, you know, it was something that bothered me, so it happened again, and I get snarky. Vice versa. Rick is, that's what he does. He just keeps it inside, and then he just gets really upset. Or he starts getting easily agitated with things that I do or say that are just normal. And this is how it starts for us. Again, if you saw my last vlog, I think I titled it Emotions Run High. You know, it's just adjusting to the shift of responsibilities and now trying to juggle work stuff. So we were just frazzled. And so when he came to me with, you know, his feelings, he was upset. But for me to be upset, it just basically, we needed to communicate. We didn't communicate the full situation. He came at me with part of the situation that bothered him the most, which to me I felt was completely, had no ground. And so I put up this big old wall and said, oh no you didn't. I mean, I didn't do that, obviously, but I gave him my response was in that manner. It was just kind of like, are you serious? You're coming at me right now? Oh, you don't even know? I shut him out and he got, you know, was hurt, and I mean, we both were hurt, and we took a couple days for us to cool down and to just think about things. And I don't know, I know that there's that whole thing of, oh, don't go to bed, upset at each other. But honestly, I think if you force that, I mean, what are you really fixing? It goes along the lines, have you ever heard about when people say you can't love someone else if you don't love yourself first? So they always say, you know, that's why you don't go into another relationship out of a breakup, because you need to get yourself whole again. You're hurting, your heart is not whole. You can't fully love someone else if your heart isn't full. So it's kind of that idea. So with arguments, I feel you need to really get your mind straight, assess the situation, think about everything. It goes back to the quick speaking, right? If you calm down and think about it, you might have a different thought or understanding on the situation. It's kind of the same thing with arguing, I think. It's like, if you force yourself to resolve it before you guys go to bed, I mean, why put a due date on resolution? It's being forced, and if you're not ready, if your mind isn't ready, if you're emotionally still unstable, it's the real words aren't gonna be there. And then maybe you say you fixed it, but wholeheartedly it's not fixed. But because you had a conversation that needed to be had before you went to bed, I mean, it's gotta be real and legit. And so Rick and I, you know, sometimes we need to take a day or two to assess our feelings and what we think and calm down, first of all. And then we we meet again and discuss when we're ready, you know, we have a conversation about it. It's just, and it sucks in that day or two to not, don't know, get those hugs and those kisses and nobody likes to fight with anyone. No matter who it is, it's not fun. So, on the bright side, things are fixed now. So that's good. So if any lesson can be learned from this, you guys, if you can take away anything, it's just be as real as you can be, right? I feel like it all goes down to that. In what action that you are to execute, what is the truest, realist form of that? Do that. You know, if that means there's time involved, okay. Does someone want the half-assed version of it? Does someone want the fake version of it? No, we want the real version of it. Be honest with yourself. Don't make decisions based on what you think you're gonna miss. You have to make decisions based on what is gonna make you happy and whole. You know, I guess that's really the word. What's gonna make you whole? Because a lot of people say, oh, but this makes me happy, and it doesn't really. They're just kidding themselves, right? That it doesn't make them whole. Anyways, so that's kind of what's been going on with me. Yeah, and I just wanted to share it with you guys because, again, you're here for real, raw, and honest content, and that's what's going on. I feel like if I didn't address this, I would feel like I'm fluffing up my content, which is what I've always said I don't want. This is not where you come for fluffy content. Fluffy, unless there's a fart involved, then it might be fluffy. But, woo, now I feel better. I got that off my chest. I would feel like I was lying to you guys if I continued on like everything was hunky-dory, because it wasn't. I feel real strongly about these kind of things. People make some weird decisions when it comes to matters of the heart. It's just the decisions people make, and I've been there, so I know. Just prolonging the inevitable. That's what I learned to tell myself is I'm just prolonging the inevitable. This is gonna suck to execute, to do, or, you know, after all of this, tomorrow's gonna suck. I'm gonna hate life, but I'm just prolonging the inevitable. When the signs are there, the signs are there, and you have to go with them. You have to trust them and believe in that, and just, again, do what's good for you to make you whole. This is life, guys. This is what happens. And I think that for a relationship, any relationship, whether it's, you know, a lover or a friend or family, communication is always the basis of all of that. You know, I mean, people can say, oh, trust and love and respect. Okay, yeah, but honestly, if you don't have communication, those things are gonna be pointless. How are you gonna love someone without telling them you love them? Do you respect somebody that doesn't say a word to you? Do you respect someone that won't communicate the facts to you? No. Do you trust someone that doesn't communicate information to you? No. You trust someone who's giving you the details. That's trustworthy. So it all boils down to communication. Guys speak a different talk, girls speak a different talk, and it's about finding out the language that you can both understand and the compromise and communicating, because you can't learn each other and figure it out unless you communicate. Oh, okay guys, well that's that. Well, I can discuss this conversation a little further on in another vlog or maybe a daily vlog live in the future. In the meantime, I'm just gonna cut this off now because that's all, that is all. And if you guys want to discuss anything that's going on with you, or you have any questions for me and what my opinions are further on something else regarding all of this, then I'd be happy to answer them for you as best I can. So you can put them down in the comment section below. And I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Okay guys, well this is my arm right here. My arm has been holding the camera this whole time. I can't even feel it. I don't even feel my thumb right now. That's whole ow, my elbow. Oh, I can't even bend it. Bye guys. See you later. Oh gosh. Oh. Hello. Hello. Those are flowers. Hello. What is your deal? Yeah? Maybe you do?
Oh, Shin!